Good evening to everyone. Honorable Sarika Madam, faculty members, and dear students, I welcome you all for the webinar on real-time aspects of AI, machine learning. Today, as you all know, AI and machine learning are the technology widely used in most of the fields. They're increasingly used to translate today's data into direct businesses. This webinar will introduce you to the basic concepts of AI and ML and also tell you about the real-time applications. I'm sure that this is going to benefit all the students very much. We are really fortunate to have the speaker today's webinar, Professor Sarika K. Kataria from Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. Madam is a master degree holder from DTU in the AI domain. She has attended many workshops based on AI and learning and has a vast experience in teaching ML. So, without any further delay, I welcome Sarika Madam and request her to start.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, Myself, Sarika Kataria, and I am lecturer at Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Junagadh. Today, I am presenting the presentation of real-time application of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, agenda of today's presentation is a brief introduction of artificial intelligence that contains what is AI and what is actually machine learning, what is the need of machine learning, and why artificial intelligence and machine learning is emerging nowadays. And at last, we are discussing various real-time applications of machine learning and see some example of machine learning and artificial intelligence. First of all, we will start with the introduction of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence or AI simply means software used by computer to mimic aspect of a human intelligence. For example, a program that recommended what you should read based on books you have about or a robot vacuum that has a basic grasp of the world around it. Artificial intelligence simply in these we put intelligence on the machine, we put artificially intelligence in the machine, and that machine can work like as a human. That is the main agenda, or we can say that the main work of the machine learning. The term artificial intelligence was coined in 1956. Founder of artificial intelligence is was John McCarthy, who is a professor of the computer science at Stanford University, who invented the term firstly the artificial intelligence. Here is the some basic funda, or we can say that the level of artificial intelligence. Without these we cannot build any artificial model. So first is the logic. Without the logic we can't build any machine. So logic means rule based system, or we can say that expert system. We put machine in logic. Second is the statistics. Statistics means it is the one kind of the mathematical term which means the probability. See here we are see the artificial intelligence which give not 100% output, which give it give us the probability of output, or we can say that it give the assumptions of any output. So statistics means it contain the probability, regression, information theory, likelihood, and all kind of a mathematical equations. Third and the huge part of artificial intelligence is the machine learning. Machine learning means we can a machine can automatically learn based on their experience. So machine learning term is a now very emerging area, and we are using now various sources of a machine learning in today's our life. So machine learning contain various algorithm like the Bayesian interfaces, decision trees, support vector machines, NLP, ensemble methods, neural networks, and the deep learning. This deep learning is a really very emerging area after the machine learning in AI. Fourth one of the part of the artificial intelligence is the system. In this system, it contains the control theory, signal, and image processing. So these are the level of, we can say that the types or parts of the artificial intelligence, that is the logic, statistic, machine learning, and our systems. So here we are study about the machine learning is the part of the artificial intelligence. So machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence. That means it allows software application to become more accurate at predicting outcomes without being explicitly programmed to do so on. We are not going to program in a machine. We are not going to any give the information to the machine. Machine automatically learn the funda and predict the output based on their experience. That is the main agenda of the machine learning. Machine learning algorithms use the historical data, that means the past data, or we can say that the previous data is input and predict new output values. One of the popular application of AI is the machine learning, in which computers, software, and devices perform via similar human brain. In this, human brain are mainly funda of the deep learning, which is the type of the machine learning. Here is the traditional programming. Here is the one diagram I given. First is the traditional programming. In the traditional programming, we give the input to machine, we give the some logic program to the machine, and after the processing programming, it gives the output to us. But in machine learning, we give the input the data and we define the output that we want this output from the machine, and machine can learn that output, and after that it predict the program of particular task. So here the machine learning become the more easier task for the human. Means machine can learn automatically without any human interaction. So human are less interact with machine, and machine automatically give the output. So our life is very easier if we use machine learning more and more in our real life. What is the need of actually machine learning? Machine learning technique enables system to learn from experience. Based on learning, based on past previous data, machine can learn. There are the some types of the machine learning, that is a supervised learning, unsupervised learning. But before that, this diagram define the how that machine learning actually work. First, it get the data. In first step, machine can get the data. After that, it clean, prepare, and manipulate data. Then third, means train model, means after the data set given, our model is a train based on that data. After the train model, it predicts some output, and after the prediction, it will test our data, and after that some output will given by machine, and after that it check the accuracy of output result, that how accurate our output. So it improve it efficiency. So this way our machine is a work. What is the need of machine learning? Machine learning become more easier our life, means without any human interaction, machine can learn the funda. So machine learning is a very useful funda in today's now scenario. Why AI and ML is emerging? Why we are using AI and ML everywhere? So AI is more than just a single independent technology. It's make a smart devices smarter, data more valuable, and cloud-based tools more efficient. It's turning autonomous vehicles into reality. It will disrupt business model, create a new ways of working, and facilities digital transformation. Connected AI systems will enable ML algorithms to continuously learn based on a newly emerging information on the internet. There will be a big rush among the hardware vendor to enhance the CPU power to accommodate ML data processing. Machine learning will help machine to make better sense of a context and meaning of the data. So we are using AI and ML. So AI and ML is emerging because we want our life become more easier. Without do anything, we can get our task, and we can perform our task without doing anything. So machine learning is machine learning provide us a result without any interaction of a human. So it give the fastest result without interaction the human. So it is the more easier for a human. So AI and ML is a now very emerging large area. Here is some real-time application of a machine learning. With machine learning, computer system take all the customer data and utilize it. It operates on what's been programmed while also adjusting to new conditions or changes. Mainly machine learning is based on algorithm. There are the many types of algorithm, and based on the changing algorithm, new technology was interacted. So AI in machine learning nothing but a collection of algorithm which is applied to any machine, and it give predict output of any system. So algorithm, what to do, algorithm adapt to data, developing behaviors that were not programmed in advance. Learning to read and recognize the context means a digital assistant could scan emails, extract the essential information without any human interaction. Inherent in this learning is the ability to make prediction about the future customer behavior. This is the one kind of example of the recommendation. If we if we see any product or any if we visit any social media site like Amazon, Flipkart, and we search a few of the product, so based on our behavior it give the recommendation of that product. So it is a base, it is a nothing but it is the one type of example of the machine learning. This help you understand your customer is a more intimately and not just be responsive but proactive. Machine learning is relevant in many fields like industries and any organization, and it has a capability to grow over a time by time. It is increase its algorithm, and it give more accurate output and result and more easier of the human life. Here are the six here are the here we see the few real time example that is how machine learning is used in our real life. First is the image recognition. Image recognition is a well known and widespread example of a machine learning in the real world. It can identify an object as a digital image based on the intensity of a pixels in a black and white image or color image. There are some real world example of image recognition. First is the label and X-ray as a cancerous or not. Okay, in a medical section, we can based on X-ray, or we can say that label based on image, it can scan the disease. That is the image recognition, very large and huge example of nowadays. It is the machine learning example. That is the image recognition. Second is the assign a name to a photograph face. Means if you are posting any post in on social media, and there are the group photo of your friend circle, and before you are tagging any of the person, it will highlight it, it will suggest that please take this person or that your friend. So based on that photo of your friend, it recognition it recognize your friend face, and based on that it will recommend as it will recommend it as the please take this your friend. Third example is a recognize handwriting by segmenting a single letter into smaller image. Machine learning is also frequently used for a facial recognition within an image. Using a database of a people, the system can identify commonality and match them to a face. This is often used in a law enforcement. So in social media, everywhere there is the image recognition is used. Second is the speech recognition. Machine learning can translate speech into the text. Certain software applications can convert live voice into recorded speech into a text file. The speech can be segmented by intensities on a time frequency band as well. There is some real world examples of a speech recognition. First is the voice search. Second is the voice dialing and appliance control. Some of the most common use of a speech recognition software devices are Google Home, or we can say that Google Assistant. Using the Google Assistant, you just in this you just speech your voice. Means if you want to call any of your friend, then just you say that call my friend, then your friend number is automatically dialing. So based so it is the one kind of example of this speech recognition. Second is the voice search. Voice search is used in everywhere, like the in YouTube and any social media, or if or any social sites. If you want to search any video on the YouTube, you just search by voice. So it is one kind of example of the speech recognition. So Google Assistant is the most used widely and most common example of the speech recognition. Second is the Amazon Alexa, and in Apple there is the Siri. So based on the speech recognition, you can utilize your time without wasting too much time. You can do your task based on the speech recognition. So machine learning is widely used in the speech recognition. Third is the medical diagnosis. Machine learning can help with the diagnosis of a disease. Many physicians use chatbot with speech recognition capabilities to discern pattern in symptoms. Okay, chatbot is now widely used everywhere. If you are open any local site, then chatbot will pop up, and that will recommend you to the hi, and what is your problem, what may I help you. Okay, so there is the no person behind that chatbot. That is the one kind of example of the machine learning. So in medical diagnosis is that they are using the chatbot, and based on your symptoms it will predict your medicines. So medical diagnosis is widely used in machine learning. Real world example for medical diagnoses are assisting in formulating a diagnosis or recommends a treatment options. Oncology and pathology use the machine learning to recognize cancerous tissue, analyze analyze the bodily fluids. In the case of a rare disease, the joint use of a facial recognition software and machine learning helps scan patients' photos and identify phenotypes and correlated with the rare genetic disease. So in medical area, there is the lots everywhere they are using the machine learning, and and based on time, it will emerging. So we can say that in the future, machine learning in medical section is very wide used. Fourth is the statistic arbitrage. Arbitrage is the automated trending strategy that is used in finance to manage a large volume of securities. We can say that in stock market, stock prediction, there is the machine learning used. That means they're providing prediction of a future trending stock. So there's all kind of a mathematical funda are including in the statistical arbitrage. The strategy use a training algorithm to analyze a set of a security using economic variables and correlations. Real world example of a statistic arbitrage are algorithmic trending which analyze a market microstructure. There is the nothing in machine learning without any algorithm. So algorithm are used to predict the market structure, analyze the large data set, and based on the large data set, it will identify real time arbitrage opportunity. So predict the stock market. We are using the machine learning, which is the type of a statistic arbitrage. Here is some applications of artificial intelligence. So first is the automatically language translation. We want to translate one language to another language, so we are used any kind of a software, but machine learning provide automatically language translation based on your voiceover. Second is the medical diagnosis is in the based on your symptoms, based on your data, it will predict the medicines for you. That is the medical diagnosis. Fourth is the stock market trending, means here we see the statistical arbitrage. Uh, with help of that, it will predict the market strategy. It will study the data set of a market, and after that, it will predict the stock market trending. Then fourth and most important is the online fraud detection. We hear that fraud are consuming in the bank or your ATM card, your phone, your mail. So machine learning can identify that this person or this mail or this message is a spam, and after that it will detect the fraud. So it will online fraud detection. This is the main and very secure applications of machine learning. Virtual person assistant, we are study about we are discussed about the at Google Assistant, Siri, Alexa, which they all are nothing but the virtual person personal assistant of us. Email spam and malware filtering, then self-driving cars. Okay, we all are here about the Tesla. So without any human interaction, drive cars automatically. So in in self-driving car, there are the many terms are included that are they are containing the artificial intelligence funda, they are containing the machine learning funda, they are containing the robotics, they are containing the deep learning. But in these, machine can learn automatically and move the direction and control the speeds. So there they are using the machine learning. Okay, so self-driving cars are using the machine learning. Then applications is the product recommendation. If you are visit any social media social shopping website like Amazon, Meesho, and Flipkart, so you are searching any product. After that, you close that application and open the YouTube. So in YouTube, they are recommended same product. So based on that machine learning, they can recommend it that your interest in this product. So they are recommended your product everywhere. So there is no any human behind on that, and no any human observe your activity, and based on that recommended. It is the part of machine learning. Machine can learn that you are interested in this that product, and after that you they are recommended that product. So it is one kind of the very huge and very demanding applications of a product recommendation of a machine learning. Then traffic prediction in other foreign countries, and in or we can say that any developed city, they are using the traffic prediction. There are automatically predict the traffic and automatically change the signal. So traffic prediction is the one kind of applications of a machine learning. The speech recognition, we will see that in YouTube, in any Google Play Store, or any other kind of application. Based on your voice speech, it will recognize your speech, and after that it will predict first your word, what you speak, and after that it will recommended the same product based on your voice search. So it is nothing but the speech recognition. Then image recognition is widely used in a social media site. When you post any photo, then it will recommended your friend photo, and after that it will predict your friend face based on your face name, and after that it will predict the your friend name, and after that they recommended that you want to tag your friend. That is nothing but example of a image recognition, which is a application of the machine learning. So here there are so many applications of machine learning, but I take only few applications of a machine learning. So these are the very huge and large applications of a machine learning, where the machine learning use. Machine learning is a we cannot say that machine learning is a huge or large area of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a large area. That means we can put the intelligence on machines and become the robots. So artificial intelligence contains so many things. First is the deep learning, second is the machine learning. So so we can say that machine learning is a types of artificial intelligence. Not intelligence is a type of machine learning, and there is the machine learning. There is the so many types of machine learning. First is the supervised machine learning, second is the unsupervised learning, machine learning, and reinforcement. But there are the two main types of machine learning. First is the supervised machine learning, and second is the unsupervised machine learning. In the supervised machine learning, that they are giving the data set, they are giving the train model, they are giving, or we can say that they are giving the supervisor, and supervised train the model, and after the training it will predict any output. But in unsupervised learning, there is the no any trained data set. It will give it will give just a data set, and after that machine can able to predict based on that data. So these all our applications are based on supervised machine learning, either in the unsupervised machine learning. These all are the main application of the machine learning. Here I take the some real type example of machine learning. First is the self-driving cars, which we are discussed about the self-driving car, which is the Tesla, and prediction our illness, which is the medical diagnosis. Credit card worthiness means it will give the security of our data, security of our card means it will save us from the online fraud, and based on it detect the online fraud, and after that it will give the beneficial output. Then ranking on social media. Okay, means some if your video or your post is viral, then it will give the ranking on social media, means you are recommended on all our social media site. Then savvy in agriculture. In agriculture there are the large in area machine learning is used. Targeted emails means if any spams or malware found on your email, then it will give us a notification, and we can save our most important data from the fraud. So based on machine learning we can targeted mail, or we can detect spam mails. Then question and answer based on platforms means we are discuss that chatbot is now everywhere used, and chatbot is based on a deep learning. And in deep learning is nothing but like the it will work like the human brain. There are the multiple hidden layers. That means our brain contain multiple types of a neuron. Based on neuron we want to based on neuron we can able to transfer information, and we can able to remember anything. So in deep learning there are the multiple hidden layer work same as the human neuron. So they can store the our data, they can predict the best of our data, they remember the things. So deep learning concept, there are the many subtypes of also deep learning. There is the algorithm like the CNN, convolution neural network. There is the RNN, recurrent neural network. So these chatbot are based on the RNN, that means recurrent neural network. Recurrent neural network is nothing but it will recommend it based on your search option. So in this chatbot we want to recommended the user queries. So RNN concept is used in this chatbot. Last example is the fashion industry. Fashion industry means in online shopping site they are going to recommend it of any of the things. So the in fashion industry we are using the machine learning concept. So these all about are the applications and examples of machine learning which we are using in real life. So thank you. Any question?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, madam, for such a wonderful and informative session with live examples. I'm sure students have benefited from it and gained enough of knowledge about AI and ML and its real-time applications. To conclude the session, I would like to thank the head of our institute, Dr. Jatin Vaidya sir, head of IT department, Mrs. Vidita Patel ma'am, and head of computer department, Mrs. Poonam Faldu ma'am. Once again, thank you, Sarika madam, for giving us your valuable time and for enlightening us. At last, but not the least, thank you all the students for attending the webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. Can I leave the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yes, Aparna ma'am.
मैं कॉल करती हूँ 1 मिनट. हाँ, अब लीव मत करो.
Yes, ma'am.